Welcome, everybody, to the All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection group. Good to have everybody and to have some new faces. So good to be back with y'all. So we start each meeting with a little bit of humor. What did the police officer say to an ice cube? Y'all are going to get this one. Anybody?
Freeze.
Freeze. Freeze. Yeah. I try to keep the humor based around military veterans, first responders, that kind of thing. All right, so for the next 50 something minutes here, we'll start with a moment of silence. You can do whatever you'd like during that time. I like to pray for my sons who are serving and for others who are protecting our country. You can use that time to meditate or just take a few deep breaths. It is Monday. Then we have the Pledge of Allegiance, a video of the national anthem, which y'all are going to, it's a humorous one today. It's serious, but it's humorous. And then we talk a little bit about what this group is about, who, what, where, when, how, and why. We talk about what the scuttlebutt.club is and how to invite new members. And everybody will get their chance to give their 60-second business brief. So be ready to tell everybody about who you are, where you're from, all of that, and about your business. And then we have a 2-minute hero highlight and our spotlight speaker for about 15 minutes, and then an inspirational thought, announcements and reminders, and then hanging out and fellowshipping, and anybody can move on. So we'll start with a minute of silence. Now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able to stand, feel free to. If not, nobody will judge here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here is our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red that was bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The best is yet to come.
All right. So I didn't watch it to the end. All right.
Girl, can I get you to give me a copy of that, please, Miss Angela?
You sure
I want that
can.
on my site immediately.
Okay. Yeah, and if y'all ever have a national anthem recording that you find either on Vimeo or YouTube, just send me the link, and if I can get it to load up, I'll do that. So the who, what, where, when, how, and why about our group. Move us down there. As I mentioned in the beginning, our groups for military veterans, first responders, advocate groups, nonprofits, and their families, and anyone who wants to do business-to-business networking with us. And this group is for sharing helpful information, a connection hub for businesses and organizations. If you haven't gotten with Santa Papa John, he has started a kind of a directory. So reach out to him. I don't think he's here today, but and if you want to connect with or run by companies that are run by our nation's heroes and help to promote one another's businesses, services, organizations. So get on there. If you connect with someone, check out their social media, follow and like them. And we are from sea to shining sea overseas and on the sea because we meet on Zoom. We meet at 3 o'clock on Central Time on Mondays. So be sure to mark your calendar. And typical Zoom courtesy applies. So everybody here is pretty much used to doing Zoom courtesy. And we meet to be resourceful, to receive help when we need it. Connecting, and I do hope everyone is setting up one-to-one meetings for camaraderie, encouragement, collaboration, empowerment, fellowship, and more. And this group has been all of that and more for me. The scuttlebutt.club, if you scan this QR code or you go to the scuttlebutt.club, and it is an HTTP file, this is what you'll see on your phone, and it will always have the registration link. So if you want to share it with people that you want to invite. Also at the very bottom, if you scroll to the bottom, there is a form to fill out if you want to be a Spotlight speaker. That is not where you register for the meeting. You register for the meeting on Zoom, and that's what it looks like on the computer. And we are up to 1,562 members on our Alignable All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection group. And 715 on the military spouse, small business owners and freelancers, entrepreneurs group. That's a sister group on Alignable. And we have, I think, 107 on our Facebook group. So be sure to go and connect with us on all of those platforms. So if you miss something on one, you won't miss it on all the others. Now I'm going to turn the meeting over to our co-host, Miss Terry Moore. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Hang on a second. There we go. I need to stop share, but where did my stop share? Oh, there it is. I had everybody covering it up. Okay, here we go. So Terry, you want to take it from here?
Sure, absolutely. Well, happy Monday, everyone. More importantly, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. This is a day to celebrate. This is the day for us to celebrate you. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and say who you are, what you do, how we can help you this week by giving you referrals. And then if you are a veteran, what war did you serve in? That would be great. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start with Mary.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from Michigan. Pretty soon it's going to be Thanksgiving, and then comes all the big holidays in December. Photo gifts make a great gift idea. This time I have an idea for photo puzzles. They come anywhere from 30-piece puzzle up to over 1,000-piece puzzle. The neat thing about the 30-piece puzzle is that the pieces are large enough, so if somebody has fine motor skill deficits or finger dexterity issues, the 30-piece puzzle is a good size to hold on to. Unfortunately, in the stores, a lot of the 30-piece puzzles are more kid-related, Thomas the Tank, Bunny holding a flower. This way they can put together a photo that they can enjoy, picture their family, a vacation destination they like to go to, and just a photo that's near and dear to them. So if you're thinking of a photo puzzle or any type of photo gift, I'm going to put my contact info in the chat and be happy to help you with that. I'm Mary Gant, your photo specialist, because your memories are worth preserving. And happy Veterans Day to everybody.
Oh, yes. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. I meant to start off with that.
Ruben was trying to show everybody his puzzle box.
Yes. And I also want to ask, is anybody here willing to do the timer that is not mirrored? Or do y'all see it the same direction?
We don't see anything.
You don't see it on my, hang on. So do you see my timer?
Oh, I see it up there now.
Is it backwards?
No, it's good.
Oh, okay. So okay, never mind then.
I can't see anything now, but it's probably because you probably put it on.
I'll start it when they
Okay.
start. And if y'all hear that music at the end, that's kind of like the wrap up.
Okay, well, that's good to know, everyone, because we've never done that before. So.
We did last week. Actually, Santa Papa John was our timer. So
yeah, I wonder where Santa is. Okay, well, let's go with Dr. Patricia. You're muted.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Dr. Patricia Rogers, visibility strategist, and I am the CEO of Unity in Service. I always say where people need people. And what I do is I host virtual events so that entrepreneurs can come together, connect, just like we're doing here. Increase your leads because we make sure all of our attendees receive a copy of the email list, as well as networking opportunity. And our next event will be on December the 6th. And what you all can do for me is, guess what? Who knows what you can do for me? Yes, Unity in Service invites you to join us at the upcoming event on December the 6th. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm Dr. Pat Rogers.
Thank you very much. Okay, Michelle, welcome. And you are up, my friend.
Thank you very much. Michelle Coonan with Affordable Online Classes. We offer a web-based program that has both mandated and live stream programs.
Excuse me just a minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
Time is up.
No.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Affordable Online Classes. We offer both mandated live stream programs in domestic violence, child abuse, stalking, elder abuse. Then we offer self-paced programs, anger management, conflict management, anti-theft, graffiti, just to name a few. I'm moving into corporate world, and we're offering I'm in California, so we're offering the SB 533 Workplace Violence Prevention Program, where every business with 10 or more employees in California needs to have a workplace violence prevention program in place. In terms of veterans, I'm the veteran of a vet, and my ex-husband was in Vietnam. And I have also done a lot of work. I'm a mental health therapist by profession. So I've worked a lot here in San Diego with veterans, with active duty personnel. And we're now wanting to put together a combat domestic violence program.
Wow.
I want to connect with you.
Yeah, you and I need to connect with each other.
Great.
All right. Janet, do you want to give us a little tidbit?
Sure. Janet and Bob Hudson, we're bringing you technology for healing through a patch technology that actually will get your own stem cells to working again, which sounds like science fiction. It's just amazing science. And as a nurse for 42 years, I'm excited to help people go from being a drug pusher to being a patch pusher to get people to better health. So that's really fun.
And real quick, I had a rotator cuff problem where it was torn. Both my doctors said, let's do surgery or give you a shot. Well, after 4 days of using it, I could finally sleep through the night after 2 months. It's approximately 6 months later. I can do everything I can possibly do, and there's no pain, twinge, or any kind of thing else. So I know it works. The only thing I have to request is if you don't believe us, try it, and then you'll see.
Yes, and we're both coming to you from Tennessee. We're both Air Force veterans, each of us about 13 years in, and
Desert Storm
Desert
veterans.
Storm veterans. Yeah.
Desert Storm.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move over to the men. So let's start with John.
Hi, everybody. Most of you out here already know me. I do ads on all social media platforms for businesses. I even do 30-second video commercials on live stream TV. And I'm getting ready to start going after iHeartRadio, which is across the country. I also have a podcast on Fridays. If anyone is interested, I'll put my contact info in the chat. And I've been asked by my wife to start spreading her business out as well. If anyone knows anyone who has lost a child at a very, very young age or pre-birth, contact me on my contact info. My wife is becoming a life coach, and that is her niche.
Awesome. Thank you, John. And if you can put John, if you can put what kind of podcast guest you're looking for, that'd be very helpful.
I'll take anybody. It's based on marketing. It's on YouTube. If anybody wants to check them out,
Okay.
go onto YouTube and type in Mill City Marketing MA.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Patrick.
Hello, everybody. Usually I'm here to hypnotize you all, so you send me checks. But today, being Veterans Day and all, right? Guys, let me plug Job Soldier. And I never really get into it much, but it's my side gig. JobSoldier.com was started during the Obama administration when veterans coming out of the service were at about a 68% unemployment rate. They weren't even getting anybody. Nobody would talk to them. They went into a new pile that just, you don't call from that pile. Well, it's better now, true, but jobsoldiers.org is still there, and we're currently in a hiring mode. So please, if anybody knows of any veterans, spouses, anybody in these rooms or the other rooms that needs work, I provide them with very good work right from their home. I provide them with all the equipment and all the necessary items. Please help any way you can. Everybody in here gets a free listing for your business. Just send it to me at jobsoldier@aol.com. Do more if you can, but at least get a free listing, guys. Come on. Thank you for all for your service. Bye.
Was that music better?
Music.
Yeah, this music is tripping me up.
I love it, man. I keep
thinking, who do we have to mute here?
I have to do my next next time I want a walk-up song, right? Like a baseball player.
I'm gonna do a different one each time so we can hear all of them.
Good.
And everybody can vote on which one they like best.
Okay. Well, let's go with Greg. Hi, Greg. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Greg Boone, and I help realtors achieve better sleep and boost their productivity so they can close more deals and enjoy a thriving business.
That is amazing. Please make sure you put your information in the chat for us.
Absolutely.
I know a realtor right now that could use you.
Where are you from again, Greg?
I'm in Kansas.
Okay.
It's outside of Wichita.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go with is he still here with us? Chuck. Welcome.
Hello, folks. My name, of course, is Chuck Dillon, and I'm a member of a financial group, Malari Group. We teach financial literacy, and we help families prepare for the future. So I'll try to make put a link. It's a survey link, and if anybody would take the survey, it would help them understand. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Chuck. Let's go with Ron. Welcome back, Ron.
You. Yeah, so I'm Ron Mayo. I live here in Utah, and I am trying to get people to understand how bad the financial system takes advantage of people, especially the credit card system. Most people don't know this, but the major airlines make more money off of their credit cards than they do off of their flights. And that's just not right. And I'm trying to help people avoid using their credit cards and get in a better financial position. So if you know anybody that has credit card debt that wants to get that lowered down, have them call me, or I will put my information on the chat.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Okay, let's go with Roosevelt.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Veterans Day. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Roosevelt Williams. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm a mindset coach, public speaker and mindset coach. I'm dedicated to inspiring individuals to unlock their life potentials by guiding them through transforming negative thought patterns into empowering beliefs. By setting strategic goals, I assist in overcoming mental barriers, building resilience, and creating lasting change to achieve your full potential. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's
Y'all
go
are,
with the.
y'all are doing so good. I don't even get to listen to the music. So, okay, hang on one second.
You get to play it into the next one.
Okay.
All right, let's go with our famous Ruben.
Hello, everybody.
My favorite sandwich.
I paint every week with veterans. They're back in Nashville. We have a nonprofit here in St. Louis called the Kaufman Fund. So I donate my weekly art or whatever art that we have in the inventory to them. And of course, then they have casino nights or whatever events. And then the proceeds go there. Case in point, we have a lady that is in the hospital right now. She opened her house up to the veterans so that we can paint Zoom-wise. Well, she had a reaction to chemo, and it's compromising her. So I dedicated this painting right here behind me and to her. And the title of this is "You Can't Beat It." And prayers go out to her. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I put the link in there. We put the music and the art together. Thank you.
You didn't go over, Ruben.
You did it. I just had to hear the music.
Frederick, you're up, my friend.
Hi, I'm Frederick Abramson. I am located 16 miles due north of the White House. The place has gotten a lot of press last week. Yeah, I'm combining my background in human genetics and data analytics to solve a major problem that the people who have faced, which is amateur athletes get hurt playing sports. And it turns out it's 6.5 million injuries a year that require a doctor. My high, average, and low in every athlete, but then my guidance on specific action steps lower the risk. So this is a whole different way of thinking. The company's goal for technology. I'm looking for people who want to help do this because it's a whole way of doing things that no one's ever done before in the world of genetics. My information.
I think he
was he breaking up?
Yeah, he was breaking up. He's frozen right now.
No, that's just how he looks. Hey, Frederick, this is Patrick. You got to get a hold of me, pal. I just had a wonderful idea. Frederick, please get a hold of me. Thank you. And I'm not just saying that. We've already had our one-on-ones, and he and I are.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, Patrick.
And Angela, I do know where Santa is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's with his elves making toys, right?
No, he's not. He's with his daddy, 93 years old, having a birthday.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah, I said that too. And he said, well, I don't look it, but he says, I'm only 23. So anyway, Santa's doing some really cool stuff for businesses right now, guys. But even on a personal note right now, you can have him do a little message for your grandbabies. He's on the front page of jobsoldier.org. What a shameless plug. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Whew. Okay, Angela, you're up next, our fearless leader.
Me? Okay. So I guess I got to time myself too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I would love to have a one-to-one with each and every one of you, even if we've already met before, because I have had quite a few changes in my business. Even though I don't do credit repair anymore, I still will do a free consultation with somebody to find out if they actually need credit repair, and give them free things that they can do to help themselves. But beyond that, I am in financial education, and I teach people how money works, teach them how to stop. Well, this one's to stop being a sucker. And this one is for how money works for women, take control or lose it. So we teach people how money works, the things they should have learned when they were 19, things I wished I'd known when I was 50. So reach out to me. Let's have a one-to-one.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Terry Moore, and I am a certified transformational coach. She did it on purpose. Anyway, I'm a certified transformational coach. I'm a certified professional motivational speaker. I am a best-selling author of my book, Face to Face with God, My Best Friend. But I want to talk to you real quick because I'm also a visionary coach. In November and December, this is where I really pour my heart out, because I want people to capture their vision for 2025 before they get to 2025. So what I can do, I can help you come up with that multi-vision that you have. And sometimes we have a vision, but we don't know how to put the steps behind it. So that's what I'm doing. And so set up a one-to-one chat with me on this. And I do offer a discount for veterans. So please reach out to me. I will have all my information in the chat right after Angela takes over. So thank you.
Thank you. Great job. So did we get everybody? I believe we did. Yes.
We did.
All right. Let me get rid of my timer thing here. And I'll get back to sharing my screen. Everybody did a phenomenal job today.
Really terrific.
Yes, you did.
Yes. All right. So today, our hero highlight, we heard a little bit about Janet and Bob Hudson earlier, but Janet, would you and Bob like to share with the group a little bit about your service? Take a minute or two.
He's trying to get me in the middle since I'm presenting in a minute, but I'm like, I'm not presenting yet. Come back, dear. So the hardest part of that deployment for 8 months was that we had to send our 2-year-old down to Florida. So Jessica went to live with relatives for that time. She had a blast, but it was really hard to leave her, to send her on off. So Bob was working on the A-10 Warthog planes on the flight line and also doing some logistics stuff there. And I was a nurse in the air transportable hospital during that 8 months and ran the emergency room, which was the triage area. So thank you, Lord. There weren't a lot of really bad injuries from the war itself. So didn't have to do that terrible triaging where you say, this person gets worked on, this person doesn't. So that was a blessing. Definitely did not have to go through too much of that.
Well, that's awesome. And what kind of planes did Bob work on?
He worked on the A-10, which they're called Warhogs. Warhog, that's the nickname. They were the people called them
killers.
tank. they call them the, was it the
Black Death.
Black Death, because they are looming over them black on, on the underside, and they killed a lot of tanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. And Janet and Bob are our Spotlight speakers today, and they're going to talk to us about LifeWave. Sorry. I'm with WealthWave. They're with LifeWave. And they are a brand partner for LifeWave. And do I have all your information correct on here?
Yeah, that looks great.
So if anybody wants to take a screenshot of this, I'll pop it up again here in just a little bit. I'll stop sharing so that Janet, you can share your screen. And Janet and Bob and I have known each other many years now. So, and they have been faithful coming to this group since before we were on Alignable. So
yes, for a couple of years now, all through COVID and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I want to share with you a little bit about my story and how I actually found LifeWave and why it's been such an important part of our life for the past 2.5 years. And what I'm going to talk about today is why holistic over the traditional medical model, why that's important, a little bit about my background and health journey. What are stem cells? Why are they so important in our health? And the things that can affect our stem cells, what we eat, what we drink, what we supplement with, how much exercise we're getting. And it's most importantly, what I'm going to talk to you about today is your sleep. And then we'll just wrap it up after that. So traditional medicine, I'm going to move y'all's lovely faces out of my way. See, there we go. Traditional medicine really has a model of one size fits all. They look at the symptoms and try to treat that specifically, generally with medications or procedures. Not their fault. It's how they're trained as physicians. That's how they're trained to work, right? But holistic has a little bit different approach. It's more personalized. It really treats the whole person. And I think as a nurse, that really appeals to me too, because we're taught to treat the whole person, not just their physical ailment, but what's going on with them in their minds and what's going on in their environment that might be affecting their health. So we're trying to treat the whole person. And the way we're treating it, you get minimal side effects, unlike medications. So a little more about who I am. Bob and I have been together 47 years, 44 of that married. We have 2 adult children. Jessica is 36 and Tyler is 29. It's hard to believe. That's been that long since Desert Storm, honestly. They're both doing really well. And my joke is that they are brilliant because they are self-sustaining adults and they are not in jail. So I'm just going with they're brilliant. Like we said, we both served about 13 years in the military, and I was a nurse for about 10, almost all of my nursing career. I was a nurse anesthetist, which just means I did anesthesia and loved doing that, but I'm happy to be retired now for the past almost 2 years. So here's the reason why I found LifeWave, and this is the reason why stem cells became so important to me and to my health. When we were over there, before we ever got there, they gave us a bunch of injections, a bunch of things. And one of them was a anthrax vaccine that was experimental. Have you ever heard of anything that recently that was experimental that they gave us? So anyway, first time they were given to humans, they thought it would help us if we were biologically attacked with anthrax. Of course, none of that happened. But between that and the burning oil fields in Kuwait, because we were the closest base to Kuwait, and there's huge cloud of toxic smoke over our base for many, many weeks that we were inhaling and trying to not get into our skin. Those things, they found out about 250,000 veterans that came back from Desert Storm had a bunch of weird symptoms that really didn't seem to go together. But statistically, they found they were all related to the Gulf War, and they called it Gulf War illness, Gulf War syndrome. And I, unfortunately, had a lot of those symptoms. Fortunately, Bob did not. But I had muscle and joint pain and developed all kinds of nerve pain in my arms and legs, and sleep issues, colon issues, eventually had colon cancer they said was related to the Gulf War also. So I'm 80% disabled. Feel a little bit guilty because I'm functioning like I'm normal again. So, but that's all to do with stem cells. So what are they? What are stem cells? And most people know sort of what they are. And they may get them through infusions for cancer treatment, or they may get them from injections into a joint if they have knee pain or shoulder pain. Because what they do is they can take any damaged cell in our body and replace it with a healthy cell, because a stem cell can differentiate into over 200 different cells, anything from our brain to our skin. So that's why they are so important. Unfortunately, just like everything else in our life, as we age, things go down, so your number of stem cells decrease, or something sags. I mean, it's gravity and it's our body's function. So that's just what happens as we age. So what can we do to help whatever stem cells we have left function better? And these are just some general things that you can do that really are important. One of the things is intermittent fasting. And I'm not talking about that you necessarily have to fast for days or even into a really short window. Like some people fast like 4 to 6 hours a day. That's the only time they eat. You certainly can do that, but you don't necessarily have to. Even if you're not eating after dinner and then not eating till breakfast, that's at least 12 hours. And you're giving your body time to rest. And the functions that are going on while it's resting are really important to help maintain your health, and also can actually give you some more stem cells in your body. So very important for fasting. As far as what you eat, whole food. I don't know if I can shout that from the mountaintops. We are, as a country, we're eating so much processed food, so much fast food. It is killing us. It is damaging our children and making them be on drugs the rest of their lives. And it's just amazingly crazy that that is what we've come to in a country that has so much wealth. You need to eat whole foods. You need to maybe stay home and cook more. And 80-20 is kind of the rule that I do for our lives. 80% of the time we try to be really strict about what we're eating. And 20% of the time, it's Christmas or it's Thanksgiving and you want to have a treat or whatever, go ahead and do that. But there's a picture of vegetables that are particularly a certain kind called carnivorous vegetables. They actually have enzymes in them that help your liver. So if you can take more of these kind of vegetables in, kale, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, those kinds of things. A lot of people say, oh, they make me too gassy. If you're eating them raw, they may. If you're eating them steamed or roasted, they should not. And maybe initially they will, but if you keep eating them, they won't. So your body will get used to it and you won't have the gas issue. If all else, take a gas X, right? Water. We need at least 8 glasses of water a day, and it depends on your activity level. So why is water so important? Well, we're 70% water, and we really need to make sure that we're functioning at a level that our brain's going to function, our lungs are going to function, our skin, our bones, all these things really depend on how hydrated we are. And just remember to put a little bit of Celtic salt or sea salt in your water once or twice a day, or some drops that give you some minerals, because the water we're drinking is so stripped to get all the junk out that the minerals are gone. So your body can't absorb the water into the cells where it needs to go. So if you put just a little bit of that, it'll really help a lot. And maybe lemon, lime, something to make it taste better to you if you're not really into drinking water. There's ways to make it more palatable. So to supplement or not to supplement? Well, these particular supplements actually aid, I lost my little sheet, actually aid in your stem cell health. So vitamin D is amazing in itself. It has so many things. You guys can read that, especially in your bone health and in your immune system and in your amount of depression that you might have. So vitamin D is really, really important in that. But for stem cells in particular, it decreases the aging process of stem cells and helps them differentiate into those 200 kinds that we were talking about at the beginning. So vitamin D is vitamin D3, vitamin D, whatever you want to call it, it's very important. Vitamin C, always good. People think of it when I get a cold, I'm going to take vitamin C. Well, it's really good to take it every day if you can. To supplement it, it increases productions of the stem cells in your bone marrow. So really important there. Omega-3s, those fatty acids that people talk about that usually can help your heart, help cholesterol, those kinds of things. Well, what's interesting about omegas is they actually take fat cells that we have 2 kinds of fat cells. One's a large fat cell, one's a small fat cell. And omegas actually break the large fat cells into smaller ones. And that's really good because smaller ones can store energy in a healthier way. So they really also help with cardiac and nerve stem cells. So important to get some of those in your body. And make sure you're having the right ratios between omega-3s and omega-6s. You want them to be equal ratios. Curcumin, turmeric curcumin, it's a great antioxidant and helps people a lot with joint muscle pain. So it's a really good anti-inflammatory, but it also helps stem cell function better. It decreases the stress on them and increases bone creatine. So these are all ways that you can actually help the bones, the stem cells that you have. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I'm trying to get through all this. This is my soapbox. This has nothing to do with stem cells. This has everything to do with your heart health and maybe help prevent you from having a stroke or a heart attack. Vitamin K2, not vitamin K. Vitamin K is a blood thickener. Vitamin K2 just works with your heart and your bones and your vascular health. And it needs to be from natto beans, which is the natural source of that vitamin K2. And the reason it's so important is it takes calcium out of your bloodstream, puts it back in your bones and in your teeth. Why do you want to keep it there instead of in your bloodstream? Because it's calcium plus cholesterol that makes plaque. It's not just cholesterol, which your doctors have been telling you forever. You need to lower your cholesterol. You need to lower your cholesterol. We're going to put you on a statin, even though your cholesterol is almost normal, because we have to lower your cholesterol. Well, it's not really the cholesterol that's the issue. It's the calcium with the cholesterol. So it used to be about 15 years ago, a normal cholesterol level was 300. That was normal. Now it's 140. Why is that? Well, I'm just going to say FDA and leave it. I'm not going to say any more than FDA, 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 and statins. So exercise. I get so many comments from people as they're aging. I can't play basketball anymore. I can't run anymore. I can't do this. I can't do that. What can you do? There are so many ways to get exercise in. Now, I went to a class. It was a chair aerobics, and I thought, I'm not going to get anything out of this. I can get exercise out of it. The next day, I was sore. I was really amazed. Getting in the water and doing water aerobics, playing pickleball. If you're used to be a tennis player, that's very popular. So whatever you can do, even if it's around your home, gardening, housework, laundry, those are all forms of exercise. So get out there and move it. Because if you're not moving it, it's rusting. It is rusting and you'll feel worse. Okay, the most important thing is your sleep. Sleep is so important. And I'm speaking to myself. Regular sleep schedule. Try to go to bed the same time every day and get up at the same time within a half hour to an hour. You want to try to keep it the same. You want to calm down your schedule, what's going on in your world, an hour or two before you go to sleep. So get off your computer, get off your phone, dim the lights, read a book, listen to calm music, something calming an hour or two before bed. And I know I have pictures of animals in the bed because everybody I know that has animals, almost everybody has them sleep with them. And I'm like, that's like the worst thing for your sleep. I know you want them to be near you, but really it's disrupting you. Heavy meals, caffeine, those can disrupt your sleep, and try to get around 7 hours or a little more a day if you can. Some people need less, some people need more. You know what your body needs and how you feel when you wake up. So everything I talked about today, the food, the water, the exercise, fasting, supplementing, sleeping right, they all will make the stem cells that you still have in your body healthier and potentially increase the number of them, which is awesome. The problem is by the time we're 30, we have about half functioning. By the time at my age at 65, you have squat. And that is why you see people visibly age so much in that category between 50 and 70. If you don't see somebody for a year or two and then you see them, I remember thinking that about my parents. I'm like, ooh, they're aging. And it's because our stem cells are going down. Some of it has to do with genetics also and your environment, but a lot of it has to do with stem cells. So I was doing all the things I listed in there for my health, including massage and acupuncture and chiropractic care and lots of prayer, focus on asking God's help in my health because I had so many issues. And it all was helping, but nothing was totally getting rid of everything until I boosted my stem cell activity with this product called the X39, which I'll just briefly tell you about. It activates and elevates a copper peptide. So when I first heard about this, I honestly thought, that's not going to do anything to my stem cells. What the heck? But when I really understood the technology, what it's trying to do, it's phototherapy. Your infrared body field interacts with a patch. It elevates a copper peptide that they've known for 50 years, turns stem cells back on, floods your system with collagen, and resets a third of your genes. They've known that, but nobody could figure out how to elevate it until this brilliant man called David Schmidt did it with patches. So it's really, really important technology that he's invented. We're excited to be a part of it. These are some of the things that can happen. I can tell you all of those things happened to me in some degree when I started on this product. Some things quickly, within weeks. Some things took months. But, here I am over 2 years later, and I have no nerve pain, no muscle and joint pain, unless I'm doing something like, crazy yard work, whatever, and sleep like a baby now. So yeah, lots of energy, brain fog's gone, all that good stuff. So I just want you to know that aging is not a lost youth. It's a stage of opportunity. So you just do the best you can for your body, and it will do the best it can to let you live longer and feel better. And so what's your next adventure? What do you want to do, and how can we help you with that? But I really this is my take-home point. Most people in our society rely on physicians to tell them what to do and where to be and how much to take. And I'm just telling you, I'm not saying that they're not always right or always wrong, but do your own research. Don't have them put you on something without actually figuring out what it is and what are the side effects, and do they outweigh do the benefits outweigh the side effects? So that's my again, I'm on my soapbox, sorry. Can you believe I was nursing for 42 years? Now I'm just totally in the wellness side. So the other thing I want to leave with you is this may not be something you're interested in, but you may know somebody who's really looking for an opportunity to get into a company that is tearing up direct selling. We are #1 in momentum for the past 4 years. This hasn't been updated through October, but every time it goes up, every month we increase. So we're going from $20 million when we started with the X39 5 years ago. We're going to be 600 million this year, over 600 million. That's more than 20x growth in a company that's 20 years old. So if you know someone who's excited about trying to have a side gig and wants to build their income, maybe to pay off debt or take their kids on vacation or buy groceries, we love to talk to them and let them know what this opportunity does for people. So that is me. Does anybody have questions? I'll stop my share. Hopefully I didn't take too long.
You did that too fast, Miss Janet. You got to put that last screen up there because I was just about to take a picture of it.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Got to breathe, Miss Janet. How come on your list of stuff you did, there was no hypnotherapy? What's the matter with you, girl? Okay.
Well, hypnotherapy is great, and breathing is really good for you, some controlled breathing.
Thank you. I got it now.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks, Miss Janet.
You're welcome. You guys can always find me on
Such a
Alignable.
good job, girl. Good job. Best presentation.
Thank you. That was great. Great presentation. I have one question.
Sure.
So I think I remember reading something or hearing something about when they originally created those stem cell patches, they were trying to help the military. Isn't that correct?
Yes. Well, David Schmidt's given hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of patches to military veterans and to help them. Yeah. Basically, not only do these work with your body's problems, right, but they also work with things going on in your mind. So anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress. So we have ways to help people to get into a better state of mind coming out of trauma without drugs. So it's just something definitely to try. We have lots of testimonials with it, helping with that. I don't know if anybody knows Michael Jaco. He's a Marine. He has a very popular podcast. He is also a proponent of LifeWave and loves what it has done for all his Marine buddies who have been traumatized from war.
And Miss Janet, if I could really quickly interject and ask a question at the same time.
Sure.
You and I had met before, and we have to meet again about this, but we had talked about And I know what the answer is, but I want everybody to hear this too about the LifeWave advantage for people that are trying to come off of drugs or alcohol. It's all the research I'm finding is just amazing. The numbers are staggering.
Yeah, there is we have more than one type of patch. We always talk about the stem cell activation patch X39, but there is another patch we have that actually helps decrease cravings for alcohol, tobacco, and sugar. So when you're trying to get off processed food, if you put that on for the sugar, it really does help. Thanks for asking, Patrick.
Well, and thanks for providing that. And I told you then, I tell you again, very proud of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Great info. Well, y'all make sure that you follow and like their social media, their set up one-to-ones. And thank you so much, Janet. As usual, you did a fantastic job. These are our Spotllight. Oh, your hand's up. I couldn't see it.
I got a hand up too.
I know. Okay, well, my question is, you just named 3 things that one patch takes care of. Is that the case, or?
Okay, every person is different, so I never know how the person's going to react to what we're putting on them. But in general, we have testimonials all over the world. We're in 80 countries of these patches helping with specific things. So yeah, the things that were listed there, all those things from pain.
Yeah, the one for the sugar and alcohol. It was the one that you just said.
That's called SP6, and
that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, that one's specifically for that.
Sugar, yeah.
Tobacco and alcohol.
I don't see it. What am I looking for?
It's called SP6. I don't know what website you're on.
I'm looking at your PowerPoint that says upcoming Spotllight speakers.
Oh, no. That's fine.
Just give it to me in the chat. I'm interested in that. I've been eating a lot of sugar. I do a lot of candy stuff.
Well, we need to do a one-to-one anyway. We'll do that.
I thought it was old age.
No. Yes, Terry, we got just a minute.
Janet, where do you normally get your vitamin K2?
I normally get it off Amazon. I can send you the brand, Terry, if you want. It really just needs to be natto beans, NATTO beans, and 90 milliequivalents, 90 to 180 milliequivalents.
No, please send me an email with that so I can print it off for me.
Sure.
All right. So just make sure if you see your face up there that you're ready for your Spotllight presentation, and we will not have a meeting. We have a meeting next week, but not the following week for Thanksgiving. And we do have a lot of openings at the end of January, February, and March. And today is also General George S. Patton's birthday, and our inspirational quote is from him. Now, if you are going to win any battle, you have to do one thing. You have to make the mind run the body. Never let the body tell the mind what to do. The body will always give up. It is always tired morning, noon, and night. But the body is never tired if the mind is not tired. When you were younger, the mind could make you dance all night, and the body was never tired. You've always got to make the mind take over and keep going. So happy birthday, George Patton. And our last humor for the day, I saw a police pull over a new Tesla truck. He must have committed a cybercrime. And that's it. Any announcements or testimonials?
I do have. Oh, sorry, John.
Chat.
Yes, please save the chat. And I want to thank everybody for coming. Let me stop sharing so we can see each other. And actually, go ahead. Who had a question?
I have an event coming up.
Oh, Terry. Okay.
It's on December 7th, and it's from 10 to 11. It's on a Saturday. It's a virtual workshop, and it's going to be on procrastination. And I am bringing in a procrastination coach. So who in here procrastinates? Yes. Especially around Christmas time, you want to make sure that you're not procrastinating. And so I will have the link for you next week, but save the date for November, December 7th, and we'll get the link out to you.
Sounds great.
It's
Okay,
free.
so
Announcement.
yes, Patrick, go ahead.
I just want to let everybody know that this entire week we are hiring anybody, any association with any veteran at all. And people think of the people that are helping our veterans. They're working out of their, they're going into their homes and helping them. Those people don't have a lot of dough. If they need a part-time gig, again, anything associated with the veteran at this point, whole week we're hiring. So go crazy, guys. Let them all know. Tell your local VFW or whatever you think of. Thank you, guys. Jobsoldier.org. Love y'all.
So Patrick, are you only hiring veterans then?
No questions, please. No, I'm just yes, Miss Terry, we're hiring veterans, families, and really even caregivers of veterans that need to increase their money.
Okay.
And they can work from the home. I provide them with all their equipment. If they have no arms, they can do this, guys. So please, anybody out there that's really struggling, if they're having trouble with mental health issues but need to have a job, have them call me. Thank you.
Okay, I have something to say. I know we are at the close of the day. I'm ready to post. Listen, I'm a social media guru. And you guys are making comments in these chats about events and y'all not popping no links in here. Visibility strategies, that's just a nugget for the day. Y'all drop them links, I'm on it. So guess what? We don't tell them, nobody knows. I can't do no work without the links. Whoop, whoop, there it is.
And before I stop recording,
Dr. Pat.
Yeah. Before I stop recording, everybody give us a wave goodbye.